This is the voice input modes tutorial for Dissonance Unity Voice Chat. You can find these docs online at dissonance.readthedocs.io. In this video we're going to cover push to talk and voice activation detection. Okay, so we have this simple demo application that I've built using Dissonance. I've got the Dissonance prefab set up, and I have a chat room with a voice broadcast trigger and a voice receipt trigger. There are three different voice activation modes: none, voice activation, and push to talk. You can change all of these using this drop down here. So, in the none mode, no voice will ever be transmitted. Now this sounds kind of useless, but from scripting there is an API that starts transmitting and stops transmitting voice. So none basically means I want to activate this from scripts. Voice activation mode will use a voice activation detector. So you can just speak, and when Dissonance thinks that you are speaking, it will transmit your voice. When Dissonance thinks you're not speaking, it will not transmit. And finally, there's push to talk mode. So this one requires a little bit of extra configuration. You can see it requires an input axis. You can configure this at Edit, Project Settings, Input. This pops up the Input Manager, which is a standard part of Unity. You can choose how many axes you have, so I'm going to create a second one. Now you can name the axis. So let's call this Team Chat. You can give it a descriptive name, which is what the user actually sees. So let's call it Team Chat Push to Talk. And then you can choose the positive button. This is what will actually be the default push to talk button. So let's make that B next to V. Now all you have to do is take this name, go back to your chat room, and put it in there. Now when the user presses the B key, they will talk. When they let go of the B key, nothing will be transmitted. For voice activation, when you speak, Dissonance will detect your speech and transmit it. When you're not saying anything, Dissonance will detect that you're not saying anything and will not transmit anything.